Welcome. I'm back with another session, another reading from a chapter of the Teachings of Peter Hotep, the oldest book in the world. I am the Nasty Pastor. I ask you to please like, share, subscribe, comment, follow my social media accounts, channels. You know what I mean? Only Faith Ministries Kemet, Only Faith Ministries Kemet Edition. Come on. You know what I mean? This for us. It's not just for me. It's not just some time for me to run my mouth. Let's get educated. Anywho, we left off at number 11, and number 11 starts saying from father to son. This is the title of the chapter, from father to son. And once again, the title of this chapter is from father to son. Number 11 says, follow thine heart during thy lifetime. Do not more than is commanded thee. Diminish not the time of following the heart. It is abhorred of the soul that its time of ease be taken away. Shorten not the daytime more than in needful to maintain thine house. When riches are gained, follow the heart, for riches are of no avail if one be weary. You get that? What I'm understanding right here is that basically take your time. I know, I don't really get a chance to speak to my oldest, but as far as my daughter go and my youngest go, I always tell them, take your time. I don't care if they're coming to do something for me. Take your time getting here. There's no need to rush about anything. You got me? Anything. Feel me? Peep this out, right? I used to drive for decades without a license. Probably a good 10 years without a license. You got what I'm saying? I usually get caught when I'm rushing. But if I take my time and drive, I got the music thumping. Sometimes I even smoke a blunt. But if I take my time and drive, in other words, if the speed limit 25, I'm going 23. You get me? You understand me? I'm putting on the brake 2 cars away from the stop sign, and it ain't no cars in front of me. You get me? I see it, and I know how to get there, but I'm in no rush to get there. Cause why? I'm enjoying life. You feel me? I don't need to rush. I need to, how they say it, sit down and smell the roses. Number 12, if thou wouldest be a wise man, beget a son for the pleasing of the God. If he make straight his course after thine example, if he arrange thine affairs in due order, do unto him all that is good, for thy son is he, begotten of thine own soul. Come on now. You do what you supposed to do. Your son bless how I process this. You ever heard of the sins of the father? You can put a curse on your child. Here. Your actions can put a curse on your child. See, we as black men have not given our kids a chance at life. Here, they come in the world cursed. It's not enough and I don't want to like sugarcoat this, but I want you to understand the times when we was in racism versus the times that we're in, how to put it. I'm not gonna call this racism. You know what I mean? The stuff that white America and black America bicker with each other, I don't even call that racism. I call it more of a race to the moon, and somebody want to set their flag on there. Somebody want to say they the first to put a flag there. You got me? Because we ain't really living in racism, to be honest with you. We really live in angerism. Here, angerism. We get angry and we get pissed and we take stuff out on people. You got me? See me, I get angry, I get pissed, and I take it out on the person that pissed me off. Understand? I don't need to get pissed at a cow and start talking mess to a white man or a white woman. You got me? They ain't did nothing to me. I'm gonna talk it to the cow. But what I'm saying is this right here. You know what I mean? If you think about the black little kids, the black little girls that was born back in the 1920s, born back in when slavery was alive and living in America, they was born into a world that was cursed. They did nothing to the other race, but because of their skin color, because of who they are as a man, they was beat down, they was discriminated upon, they was lynched. It was a whole lot done. You got me? So peep this, right? If it's a young viewer out there and I have your attention, whether you have kids or you don't have kids, be mindful of every action you make in this life. Anywho, love you, and I'm gonna get on back into this reading. For thy son is he begotten of thine own soul. Sunder not thine heart from him, or thine own begotten shall curse thee. If he be heedless and trespass thy rules of conduct, and is violent, if every speech that cometh from his mouth be a vile word, then beat thou him, that his talk may be fitting. Keep him from those that make light of that which is commanded, for it is they that make him rebellious, and they that are guided go not astray. But they that lose their bearings cannot find a straight course. You hear Peter Hotep explaining that we're to teach respect. We're to make sure our kids respect our elders. We're to allow them to walk in the world as a reflection of us. So to allow your kids to go around cursing people out, blah this, blah that, bam this, bam that, everything disrespectful, what does that tell a person about you? Because see, a 5-year-old, even up to maybe a 10-year-old, I wonder where the mom and the daddy was at. You understand? Now, when you a teenager, I started realizing that you have developed your way of life. So I don't blame your mom and your daddy no more. I look at you and wonder what's wrong with you. Number 13, if thou be in the chamber of council, act always according to the steps enjoined on thee at the beginning of the day. Be not absent, or thou shalt be expelled, but be ready and entering and making report. Wide is the seat of one that have made address. The council chamber acts teeth by strict rule, and all its plans are in accordance with method. God that advanceth one to a seat therein. The light is not done for elbowers. You peep me? How he said it? It is the God that advanceth one to a seat therein. The light is not done for elbowers. You feel me? Elbowers? Those just people right there amongst. You got what I'm saying? They know not who they are. But see, when you have that God trait, when you understand what a God is, you make advances in your life. You got me? They may not be, how to put it, as lucrative as you may want them to be, but it comes with some respect. It comes with some honor. It comes with some loyalty, some dignity. You feel me? You get me? Number 14. If thou be among people, make for thyself love, the beginning and end of the heart. One day, let me back that up before I do this. You know, my daughter and my daughter and her mom, let me correct this. My daughter and her mom was beefing, you know, from my understanding. I got it from my daughter. I didn't get it from her mom. I got it from my daughter. They were beefing back in 2019, maybe 2020. And my daughter didn't explain everything to me because, see, I don't ever want my kids to beef with their moms. Their moms has been there more than I have. You got me? And I feel whatever they go through, I don't care if it's our child fault. I don't care if it's the mother fault. Fix it. Somebody be the bigger person and fix it. They have done too much. Too much. You got me? Too much for you to sit here and harbor hate, for you to sit here and harbor anger. You got me? All that turned into vindictive actions. They've been too good. You got me? You feel me? I really don't care that there's things they done and they said and have changed the outlook of me to our kids. I don't care about that. I don't. It's expected. That's a woman trait. If you a viewer, you a young man with a kid on the way, with a kid or without a kid, understand that's a woman trait. You feel me? That's what they would do to you. Here, you got me? One that knoweth not his course shall say in himself, sing indeed. He that ordereth himself duly becometh the owner of wealth. I shall copy his conduct. Thy name shall be good, though thou speak not. The body shall be fed, thy face shall be seen amongst thy neighbors. Thou shalt be provided with what thou lackest. As to the man whose heart obeyeth his belly, he causeth disgust in place of love. His heart is wretched, his body is gross, he is insolent towards those endowed of the God. He that obeyeth his belly hath an enemy. Y'all understand that? I was taught, you know what I mean, you eat to live. You don't live to eat. In other words, you know, when my stomach make a noise or my stomach get a little flat and it ain't feeling full, I go eat. I don't sit around and eat all day. You got me? You understand? You peeping this now? You get it? I'll drink more water than I consume more food. Yeah? Number 15. Report thine actions without concealment. discover thy conduct when in council with thine overlord. It is not evil for the envoy that his report be not answered. Yeah, I know it, by the prince, for that which he knoweth includeth not this. If he the prince think that he will oppose him on account of it, he thinketh he will be silent because I have spoken. Well, that's the end of this chapter. You know what I mean? This chapter was from father to son. And I hope you fully understand it. You know what I mean? You have a job as a man to raise that young man. You know, we're not always the best fathers. We're not always the best teachers. But what we can do is be there for them. You know, to know that you have a backbone, to know that you have a to know that you have someone that you can count on makes life a little bit more easier. Look, I am the Nasty Pastor. Please go like, share, subscribe, comment, follow my social media platforms, accounts. However you want to display it, however you want to interpret it, just go do it. You know what I mean? Anywho, I'm out. I love you.